Ballistic X, the app that every shooter needs, right now on Pirate Firearms and Reloading.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So there has been a pretty significant update to Ballistic X. So today I'm going to run you through the new process and new changes. So we'll do an updated video for those of you new to the app. If you've already had the app, the transition is fairly easy, although there is one little trap. So here we go. I've already taken a photo of the target. So we're going to go to the library as per usual. And then we're going to select that first photo here. So this is actually a ladder test, so the group is not great, but you're going to get the point here. So what we need to do first, just like the old way, is establish a reference. You can set this to 1 inch or 1 centimeter, depending on how your targets are laid out. Fortunately, each of these rings is an inch larger, so it makes life real easy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come on here. We're just going to go just on the right-hand side of the line. We're going to move over here as straight as possible and go just on the right-hand side. That gives us our 1 inch reference. Now we've got to select the range of the target, which in this case was 100 meters. And once again, in the settings, gear cog, or the little bars up there in the top right, you can change this from metric to imperial. And vice versa. So this was a 5.56, so we're going to go and scroll down. Here we go, 22 cal or 5.56. Next, right, we've got to establish a point of aim. So it's going to be right here in the middle of this white bullseye, centered as we can get it. And we're going to mark POA. Now, with this new update, you can actually, with the button up in the top right there, add an additional point of aim. So you'd select your shot group for this point of aim and then add an additional. What this means is if you've got a photo that has like multiple aiming points on it or multiple targets, you can do these all have their own separate little overlay all in the same image, rather than what we used to do was crop it all out and then do them individually, so you can do it all in one. Kind of helpful if you're doing a load development and you've got maybe, say, 4 targets next to each other. Take a photo of the whole lot and just work it out, and you can see them all next to each other in one image. Personal preference at the end of the day. So what we're going to do, you can still pinch and pull and zoom, and we're just going to overlay the green ring around the impacts. Now, important to note that if you are getting a ring that is different to the size of your bullet impact, chances are you have set the something wrong. So either your reference is wrong, your caliber is wrong, or your distance is wrong. So there's the 10 shots. Make sure I got them all right. Yep. Okay, perfect. So now you're going to hit next, and it's going to give you a basic rundown of how well this went. So even though there was a whole 2 grains difference in these loads, everyone went up 0.2 of a grain. It's still a 1.4 MOA group, which that's pretty good, really. This rifle has actually been frustrating me a little bit in the aspect of it seems to shoot everything pretty damn well, just nothing really in that quarter to third MOA group. It's all sort of half MOA stuff. So I'm trying to track this thing down. Right, so now you've got a few options. You've got the advanced toolkit where you can play around with this data. Say you want your group size to be in mils, not MOA, you can change that. I've got it there in centimeters. For our club's bench rest competition, we measure in millimeters, so that's near enough. There is no millimeters option, which is kind of a little disappointing, but I can live with it. We get our overall group height and width, your ATZs, your alteration to 0. I personally love this little feature here. You can change it once again between MOA and mils depending on your scope. And that just allows you to get everything dialed in really nicely. Right. From there, there's also this new score thing that you put on the global leaderboard. For me, I don't believe it's necessary, but if you want to do it, by all means go for it. So what we're going to do now is hit overlay. And this is where we're all used to this little box that appears over the top, and it gives us our statistics all included in a photo. Okay, so we're going to enter the label here. So in this case, we're just going to call it ladder test 2024, and we're going to go save. And just like that, we now have a group listed. We have our notes added to it. We have all the information we want. We're going to hit the old save button. The cropper has improved slightly. There used to be a little glitch here on the cropper where if you decide to go back out of the cropper and change something, it'd kind of lock you out and just get stuck in this loading sequence. That thankfully has gone. Now, I always do 3 to 2 here, and I press it again to get it in portrait. What this gives me is if I do want to print this out on an A4, that 2 to 3 or 3 to 2 is pretty close. And then finally, up in the top corner, we're going to hit the tick button, and it's going to tell me the export was successful. There's the original, and there is my Ballistic X result. So they've really fine-tuned the app and made a good job of it. Really happy with it, and I think it's just a little bit more streamlined. We could do without the global leaderboard, but beyond that, really happy. So I use this thing to keep track of all my shooting. Unless I'm just going out and having fun. All my development, all my competition shooting, I do target photos like this and then just sit down at the end of the day, go through it with Ballistic X and keep a record of what's going on. Gives me a really good idea when a barrel starts to go out, or if I'm having a bad day, I can jot that down on there too. And just really track whether I'm improving or not, and also whether I need to do something major like clean a barrel or, good way to keep track of things. So hope that helped. If you've got any questions, want any tips, advice, anything on how to use this app, hit me up in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. And if you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Catch you next time.